Just before we really dive into this video, can I just say episode 6 battle music? Oh my god, instant fangasm. I mean, that was really good. So, Studio Troika, I'm sorry I haven't been here the last 3 weeks. I'm sorry I haven't been reviewing this last 3 weeks. But I had a feeling there's no way I could let this slip, through my fingers and keep missing on the Saturdays. The Saturdays were just so busy for me the last 2 weeks. I'm back, rest of the way, not missing an episode, and if I do, I'm gonna face desk. I mean, you guys need to bitch me out if I miss another episode of the show, because thank God this is actually ending in technically summer, because I think I'm going to judge it by its conclusion and not consider it a spring anime, and then consider a summer anime, I think, because I really don't want to put this up against Virgin Soul and the World End and all the other non-sequels we got. But when talking about non-sequels, this may be my favorite one. But just before we actually jump into the whole military princess and or Altair, I should say, whole ordeal here in the past, episode 5, 6, and 7, I really want to jump into what this, Studio Troika did with the characters in this original anime. And that is, I love the way they put perspectives up, perspectives and or point of views up against one another, right? Because we find out that each character comes from a different world, obviously, right? And I love how they make that their ideology, like they infuse that with that, like, hey, if I come from a shitty place, of course I'm gonna think shitty of the people who made me, and then think crappy of the world of the gods. I'm not gonna want work with them like Celestia and Meteoria, of course, right? And I love that because it makes sense that they're not listening to, I guess, the voice of reason and or reason in general, because it's it's how they're brought up. They're brought up in a crappy world, therefore they're not gonna trust the people who made them live in a crappy world, and that's the whole thing in the show, right? Because whenever you look at it, well, no one knew fictional characters were going to come to life, so that's really problematic, and it makes sense, and it really just ricochets off of Celestia, Meteoria against Alice, against Mamika, against Blitz Talker. It's really cool seeing that. And talking about the characters, inserting a villain like Magani, and she can basically bend reality, which is, oh my god, OP. Like, how do you beat that is my question. Like, what the hell? Like, how do you defeat that? And when they killed her creator, I mean, she killed her creator, so I guess, I don't know how we're going to find out how to, beat that. So that's nuts. And I love the villain aspect because it creates a three-way deadlock, right? You have these two parties from the military princess, and you have Celestia and or Soda Squad and or the military fighting against one another. And then you have the villain you have to worry about, which I guess, Military Princess won't really worry about that. But, I mean, Celestia Squad, I mean, think about it, and or Soda Squad, they have a lot of things on their plate right now they have to deal with. So I really love how there's like a three-way kind of deadlock going on. But it is also cool seeing the military, cooperate with the gang and just everything, like them working together in general. I think that's really cool because there's so many times where it's just like, oh my god, we can't fathom what's going on, even though it's happening right in front of us, which we all would be like that. But to know good from evil is so, like, logically easy, right? And a lot of times they'll just have the military or someone just overreact, and I'm glad that we didn't. We actually have them working together. And another thing I'm glad is they established who Altair is, which apparently she's supposed to be like Shimazaki is supposed to be the author, it looked like, because we see a flashback after Soda like has a revelation looking at her being the author. But then he's meeting with Mamika, and he's like, well, the military princess and or Altair is and then he stops. So what is it, his creation and or Shimazika's? Or maybe they made her together. Maybe maybe it's an old friend, maybe it's a past girlfriend, who knows? Maybe someone he used to be close with, and they made her together, right? Maybe they designed this character together. I'm really interested to what is going on, because a lot of people are like, well, he's just say my creation, but yeah, maybe that's true. I think there's more to it. Why would he remember a girl named Shimazika? Or Shimaziki, I believe it is. I think it's Shimaziki. Why would he, remember her whenever he's thinking of Altair? Why? Why would he think of a real girl? So I'm wondering if they both helped design this character. And, I don't know. There has to be more to this than him just saying it's my creation. Yeah, that may be true, but I think there is more context to be given even after he states it's my creation. But another big, problem I would say with the show right now is Soda, or character, I should say. I guess it is a problem with the show, I guess. But Soda has not shown anything to make us say, this guy is awesome. Oh, he's not even a bland character. He's just there. Soda's really, he's the main lead character, but so far through the first 8 episodes, which is basically 3 episodes away from being halfway through the series, because this is listed for 22 episodes, he's still just he's really kind of a prop. He's just kind of there. He hasn't taken that main character lead, which reminds me of like a show like Akame ga Kill, where Akame is supposed to be like the other female lead, but Leone and freaking everyone else is ahead of her. Like they dealt, all these other characters get way more screen time, and or even if she is on the screen with them and or just as long as them, she has very few dialogue. Her dialogue is very little, I should say. And I feel like that's Soda. Yeah, certain things revolve around him, but we never stick to his character a lot. And I'm just wondering, I want him to stick out. I want him to take a step to where, wow, he's a valuable asset to the story, which we're getting towards that, looks like. But I want him to be more than just like a can of soda. Okay, no pun intended. I shouldn't have went there. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. No, but I want him to stick out. I want them to do something with this character, and not make him just kind of like stiff as a board, right? So hopefully they do something like that, and we get to see a little bit more from his character. But as always, guys, you've been Hex. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter X25. Let me know down in the comments below. Did you make it to the end of the video? And what did you think from the other video, start to finish? What do you think of my viewpoints? What do you think on my thoughts of the series? Because I think it's absolutely awesome so far. I mean, maybe I even brought some things to light to you that make you say, wow, is Sota really the author? Did he share creating this character with Shimazaki? I mean, I think that's a very valuable question, and I'm back on these review, guys, so leave down in the comments below. Are you happy I'm back reviewing Recreators, or nah? Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and comment if you guys are glad I'm bringing back this series. Thank God I did. I got behind. I'm sorry. My bad.